Tell me he's in the 80s.
He's a 77.
Dude, that is low, man.
And I'll tell you
Chad Gable wrestles every single week, bro. Every single week.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burning Hammer podcast. I'm your host and the reigning, defending, undisputed Burning Hammer podcast predictions world heavyweight champion of the world. And at the Royal Rumble, I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I got rid of the embarrassment that is Dylan O'Brien, and I reclaimed my Burning Hammer podcast predictions championship belt. Now, as the days passed, championship over my shoulder, around my waist, something felt off. And although it took me some time to figure it out, I did. The Burning Hammer podcast predictions world heavyweight championship of the world is stained with the existence of Dylan O'Brien. Now, no matter how much I cleaned the championship, no matter how much I cleansed the championship, I could not erase the memories of you. So I did the next best thing. I made a call to a special someone, and I had a special request. And that request was granted. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you and to the Burning Hammer universe the very new Burning Hammer podcast predictions world heavyweight championship of the world. Get a good look at it.
Hell yeah.
A look is all you're gonna get.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Oh, this is news to me, guys. I didn't know that this was getting made. This is, wow. Yeah, thing I have to say is, Mark, you've let this title reign already get to your head. Replacing championships that have earned their prestige and creating new ones that mean nothing. I'll grab that brass ring anytime I want, but that's not what this is about. This is about restoring glory and honor to wrestling podcast predictions. Because podcast wrestling predictions have been ruined for months by you. They've been stained. This was once a great, great pastime and athletic competition between men. And now it is a laughing stock because they look at this man with his tiny belt and they think, wow, that must be a tiny man with a tiny brain when he makes his predictions. But I will restore glory to podcast predictions, and I will show that it is not the size of the brass ring. It is the size of the prediction in the man. And it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. Because sometimes different dogs get into different fights. But the size of the dog in the fight, in this case, is going to be the bigger one. I'll see you at WrestleMania.
That's right. But, Mr. O'Brien, there's one thing that we need to discuss, and that is the match at WrestleMania. You know, there's been a lot of talk between us about which matches they should bring back, which matches they shouldn't bring back. And I've beaten you 1-on-1 clean in the squared circle, so I have nothing else to prove to you. So, there's only one thing left to do to you. Inflict pain. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So, Dylan, I am challenging you to a 3 stages of hell match at WrestleMania for my Burning Hammer Podcast Predictions World Heavyweight Championship of the world. It is my mission. It is my duty to make sure that you never hold this championship belt. Stage 1, NXT Stand and Deliver. Stage 2, WrestleMania 39, Night 1. Stage 3, WrestleMania 39, Night 2. What do you say?
I say, who let the dogs out?
Yeah. New
That's a
championship
yes. I accept the challenge.
Hell yeah. That's right.
Dude, that's dope though. It's got the logo on it. Hell
Yep.
yeah.
Got it right there, little logo. Burning Hammer Podcast Predictions Champion.
We got some shiny gold on that baby.
That's right. So yeah, we're going to be 3 stages of hell for NXT Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. So
That is correct.
Stay tuned for that. So we've got a lot of good stuff to get into in this episode. We will be discussing NXT 2K or WWE 2K23 ratings, and then we're going to get into what WrestleMania matches are starting to take shape. So Dylan has done his best to not look at any of the wrestlers' ratings for the WWE 2K game, and I wrote all of them down. I have all of them, all the ones that they announced. They are not done announcing them. There's a lot of top stars that they have not announced yet, one being Roman Reigns, and I'm going to assume Roman Reigns is going to be the highest rated wrestler in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if he's at a 99. So let's get into some of these ratings because there's some that are a bit spicy. So the only one that Dylan knows is AJ Styles is at an 89. And so you have to figure out what other wrestlers' ratings are at in order to get a good sense of if that wrestler has the right rating.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Like I said, it could be the proper rating compared to where other stars are rated. Could be low for AJ, just based off like what you would think off the top of your head, I would think. But let's see. Yeah, let's go through these ratings and we'll really see. So I'm not gonna give like a proper reaction to AJ yet until I see some more.
Yeah, so right now with the announced wrestlers' ratings, the highest is The Rock. The Rock is at a 96. The second highest is The Undertaker with a 95. So what do you think about those two ratings? I know it's tougher to sort of rate wrestlers who haven't really been in the game or haven't been wrestling recently, but they are legends. So I think that those are appropriate ratings for those two.
I don't know. This might be I feel like Taker should be higher than him, in my opinion. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean,
I could see them swapping. Let's see. Yeah, let's see how it goes.
So,
I understand it though, but I feel like Taker should be higher than The Rock, just because Taker.
Yeah, so
I don't know, but that's just because of like the essence of the Undertaker.
Yeah, for sure. And so Bobby Lashley is at a 92. All right, keep that in mind. We've got Cody Rhodes at a 91. What do you think about Cody being a 91? Because I know he's just returned to WWE. I'm not quite sure how they sort of like what the criteria is for the rating system because Cody Rhodes recently returned last year to WWE. So do you think that's too high, too low, right? Where it should be? What do you think? Cody Rhodes, 91.
I mean, I just feel like he should be above Bobby. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not a dig on Bobby. It's just like Cody Rhodes is the biggest babyface in the company right now. So,
and I'm
we'll
sure
see.
they
I'm
can
not like
adjust these ratings.
Yeah,
as time goes on
I'm
too.
not like too mad at any of them yet. I
All
think
right, and here's one that may get you mad. We've got Braun Strowman. Why don't you take a guess at what Braun Strowman is?
90.
He's 89.
89.
Yeah.
Don't like him being the same rating as AJ.
Yeah.
As one of the greatest wrestlers to ever step foot in a wrestling ring. But that's just weird. I don't know if we like. I feel like AJ should get like that legend bonus. I don't know. Like he should. Like he's done enough to like get like.
It's shocking AJ isn't in the 90s. I'll
I
say
think
that.
AJ should 100% be in the 90s.
I think
So
he
like
should be
now,
around a 91, 92.
yeah, I would say. I think Bobby might be a little high. But I like Bobby. It's not a dig on Bobby.
Yeah, we love Bobby and the Burning Hammer. So
Yeah,
here's
it's
Drew McIntyre. He's a 91. I think
okay.
that's
Drew McIntyre
not too
is.
good.
I think it's crazy that Drew is not higher than Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah, that argument's definitely there for sure. You know who is higher than so Jimmy Uso is at an 89. He's the
Okay.
same as Braun Strowman. Jay Uso is at a 90,
Okay.
which makes sense that he's higher than Jimmy, main event Jay. Um, here's one who is, I think it's a surprise that they're at an 89. Kofi Kingston, 89. What do you think about that?
Ooh. Um, I'll give him that. I don't hate it. I'll give him that legend bonus. I think he's earned himself into that tier of the like WWE guys that are currently on the roster who you could categorize as like legends in WWE. Um, there's a few. Obviously, you got like Edge and stuff like that, but like Kofi's gonna go down as a legend. So like, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a might be a little high for this year. Maybe like the Kofi Mania year, he probably should have been in the 90s in that game.
Yeah.
Um, Probably a little high for this year for
Yeah.
him to be in like the same ranking as like AJ Styles and the Usos. Probably a little high, but maybe I'm just not mad about it because I like Kofi like as a
Yeah.
person so much. So
Love Kofi. Let's transition to the women's wrestlers really quick, and then we'll get back into some of the more controversial ratings for the men's. So Zelina Vega's at a 74. Um, Shotzi's at a 75. Shayna Baszler's at an 82. Rhea Ripley, 87. What do you think about that?
um who's the highest? Charlotte or Bianca
The highest
or
is
Becky?
Becky Lynch at a 96, which is the highest rating a woman has gotten for a WWE game ever in the history.
Um and Bianca's where?
Bianca's a 95.
Charlotte's a 95, 94.
Charlotte has not been announced.
Okay. She's probably a 95, I'm going to guess.
Asuka's an 89. Bailey's a 91. Let's see here.
I think Asuka should be up in the 90s. That's one for sure. I feel like
I think Asuka at an 89.
I think Asuka and AJ
maybe a
should
little
both
low.
be. Yeah, I think yeah, that seems a little low. I feel like Rhea should be at like an 89.
Yeah.
And Asuka should be in the 90s.
Yeah. For sure. Raquel Rodriguez is at an 83. Let's see here. Shayna Baszler's at an 82. Natalia's at an 82. Liv Morgan's at an 86. What do you think about that?
In comparison to like where the other women are, I think that's like a proper spot for her.
Yeah, I think right now
hate that.
at least there aren't too many like I don't think they should be adjusted like massively. Like you could move a few wrestlers'
Yeah.
ratings up or down by like 1, 2, maybe 3. But here's an interesting one. Gigi Dolan's at an 81. Okay.
Mhm.
Io Sky, 82. Dakota Kai is at an 80. That one seems a little odd to me.
Yeah. It seems odd that Gigi Dolan is rated higher than Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai and Io Sky should both be in them, at least in like the like 83, 84 compared to the other women. They're
For
the
sure.
reigning tag champs. Like that should
Yeah.
mean something if you want it to, if the company wants it to mean something. Not saying that like the game rating is gonna make or break what the women's tag championships mean, but like I
What do you think?
understand.
So
I guess.
Alexa Bliss is at an 85. What? I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Because I do like Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I think Io and Dakota are low though.
Yeah, for sure. I think
That's what
Bailey
I'm
at a
saying.
91 is a little low also.
Yeah, I think maybe because she was out for so long. I don't know though.
Yeah.
I feel you though. I think she should
Yeah.
definitely be up at like. I think she should be closer to Bianca and Charlotte for sure.
Yeah, so that's just about all of the men that have been, or the women that have been announced. So we're going to transition back to the men, and this is where things may get a little spicy. So, R-Truth, what do you think R-Truth, his rating is?
Got to give my man R-Truth 82.
He's at a 72.
Jeez, man, come on. That is low. That is low, dude. They did him.
Disrespectful.
They did him dirty, bro. 72 for
bad.
Ron Killings, bro. God damn. That is not what's up. That is not what's up, man. Like, what's up with that? WWE 2K? That is bad. Put some respect on that man's name, bro. Over 50-time 24/7 champion.
Oh man. Yeah.
NWA world champion. Am I wrong?
No, it's shocking.
NWA world champion.
2 times.
2-time NWA world champion.
Yep.
R-Truth is great. You remember R-Truth's heel run in like the mid 2000s when he was smoking cigarettes and shit out at the ring?
No.
Bro,
but
we got to find a clip of that shit. We got to find a clip. Can we pull a clip?
Yeah, if you
or
can.
Nah.
Actually we can't. We'll get copyright struck.
Yeah, that's definitely. What about a picture?
Pull up a picture.
Yeah, there we go. Let's look at this. Okay. What should I share my screen, I guess? How do I do that?
Yeah.
Present. Share screen. All right. Let's check this out real quick. You see this shit?
No.
You don't?
No. Your screen's not shared.
Oh, shit. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Jeez.
There we go. All right. There you go.
All right.
You see it now, right?
Yeah.
Bro, he would like beat bro, I remember specifically he like beat up John Cena. And then yeah, he beat up John Cena and then just lit a cigarette. Dude, that run was sick. That is low for R-Truth, man. That is fucking low. That is disrespectful. 72 is crazy.
Well,
Bro, he's just been in the company for so long. I
He
understand
should
he's
get
not
like
like.
a Legends bonus.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
anyone's
Like
gonna
he should
get
be
it.
at like for real. That's crazy. 72 is low. That's
Well,
disrespectful.
here's another one that I thought was just as much, if not more, disrespectful than that. What do you think Chad Gable, his rating is?
Oof. Tell me he's in the 80s.
He's a 77.
Dude, that is low, man.
And I'll tell you
Chad
this.
Gable. Chad Gable wrestles every single week, bro. Every single week.
Chad Gable may be the most talented technical wrestler in WWE. Like,
He's
the
one of
dude
them
is
easily.
unreal. And all right,
Bro,
so
did you see his suplex and bridge
yup,
on Bronson Reed? Holy
yup,
shit, dude. Like holy
yeah,
shit. He is incredible.
yeah.
Dude, I want the
I
Chad
love
Gable
Chad
push
Gable.
so bad. Let's talk about that real quick. Just switch off real quick. Um
Yeah, we'll pivot.
I know you noticed on Monday probably. Did you watch Raw?
Yeah, I caught the back half of it.
So you saw the Chad Gable match.
Yep.
So you saw how Otis pretty much costed him the match.
Yeah, they're gonna split them.
You think is that where we're leading to? And do you think that means good things? Do you think that is good for Chad Gable or bad for Chad Gable moving forward?
I think it will
Who?
present good things for Chad Gable. I think because the only thing
Yeah.
I can think of
Do you
them
think
splitting
this
them
is?
up is they're gonna push him more.
That's what I'm saying. So are we? Are so that's what I'm having faith in Trips that this
Yep.
isn't a split them up, put Otis in maximum male models or whatever, and then like get rid of and then like do and then kind of like focus more on that instead of the Chad Gable thing. Because that's
I
what they did with Tucker and Otis.
yeah. I
Not
think
saying, but Chad Gable, no hate on Tucker. Sure, he's a good guy. Chad Gable, much more talented in the ring than Tucker.
yeah.
Like,
So my thing is, I think that because there was that clip
but I have
where
faith.
Chad Gable was talking about how much Triple H like appreciates him and his skill, and we've seen he's been wrestling like
No,
pretty much
yeah,
every week on Raw,
he's
and
pretty
so
much wrestles every single week.
I think Triple H sees that. I think you could push Chad Gable without splitting him and Otis up because I do really like the Alpha Academy. And we both know that they do not have a lot of tag teams currently on Raw. So I think that's definitely a loss splitting up a team. But I think
Plus, if
Otis,
they're gonna split up the Street Profits,
yeah. So I think Otis joining Maximum Male Models, that'll be a lot of fun. But I think Gable is going to be in store for a pretty good push. Hopefully, he'll go after a mid card championship. Maybe a
bro,
future US champ would be sick.
give me the fucking right after Mania. Austin Theory beats John Cena at WrestleMania, and he's like, "Man, I just beat John Cena. Oh, let's do this for John Cena. How about an open challenge or something like that?" The
Do you
two
think
people.
I have a
What's
question.
up?
Do you think if they split Gable and Otis, do you think Chad Gable is going to have a more serious gimmick like back in NXT, or do you think he's going to stay with like shushing people and that sort of
I
thing?
think he's gonna go more serious. I think we get like a babyface turn and
Yeah,
probably get a little more serious, a little more back to them Olympic
I hope
fucking
so. I hope they do.
throw
I
it
mean,
back
I
to
love
Kurt
him like
Angle,
this.
fucking taking down the straps. Ah, he used to do that shit.
Yeah, it was sick. If you
He still
listen,
does it sometimes.
I feel like I haven't seen him do it in a while.
Not in a long time, but he did it. He didn't not do it on the main roster. He's definitely done it on the main roster.
Yeah, and if you need like any convincing that he's a really good wrestler, watch him in NXT. Like the dude is unreal. He's such
Bro,
a
just
good
watch him
wrestler.
on Raw.
Yeah,
Seriously,
like
bro. I swear to
he's
God,
really good.
he's good. He loses
He's
every
so
week.
good.
He pretty much loses every week, but he's good, and he always has a spot in every match. I swear to God, there's a spot in every Chad Gable match that you remember.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like moving forward, you'll realize that you will remember at least one spot from every Chad Gable match. And like I said, most of the time they're just on Raw, like random, like mid card feud matches that aren't really going anywhere. The guy just knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's great in the ring.
Yes.
So yeah, I have
So-
faith in Triple H that like that splitting up Alpha Academy isn't gonna mean like Chad Gable gets lost. I think it probably means that he has like bigger plans for Chad Gable singles wise, hopefully. Because honestly, like where are we at right now? Like mid card guys, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, so Theory, it's like not saying there isn't guys, but I'm saying, he's among the guys that it's like you are now presenting like we really got to start building this new generation of stars, and we're really in that process with, like, I feel like you can really tell like we're in that process. Like you have like Roman and Seth and Becky, and luckily they have Cody now, and like Charlotte, and they have those guys as like their like figureheads kind of right now. They're the ones like holding it down that they can like rely on and go back to. But it's meanwhile while we're in this like new era of trying to push these new young guys like Austin Theory and you know what I mean, Gunther,
yeah.
Damian Priest, Finn Balor. Hopefully he's going to be Finn Balor's not too young, but hopefully he's going to be a bigger thing moving forward. So yeah, it's an exciting time. So we're huge Chad Gable guys. So I'm sure a ton of people here who a ton of people, as if a ton of people are watching. Hey, you never know. But I'm sure if you're a Burning Hammer fan, I'm sure you're a Chad Gable fan because that guy's the best.
Yeah. Well,
thank you
for the Academy.
He's like, Coach, I love you. Those are my favorite. He's like, I love you. Or he's like,
right.
He'll like look at, or like Otis. One sec, Otis will look at Chad Gable. It'll be like, this is for you, Coach.
Yeah. So Chad Gable, 77.
77. Back to that. Disrespectful.
It's gonna get a little more disrespectful once I tell you who's ahead of him. So I'm going to try to go from the one that's less worst to the worst. Dexter Lumis is at an 80.
Yeah, he should not be ahead of Chad Gable. That's pretty absurd. Chad Gable wrestles every single week. The only reason Dexter Lumis doesn't have as many losses is because he doesn't wrestle as much.
Too much stalking.
Dude, I'm like, and I like Dexter Lumis. That's what I'm saying. This is not a dig on anybody, bro, but like, fuck, dude. That is low for Chad Gable. Put some respect on his name.
Omos, 82. Otis,
don't hate it.
At an 80.
Otis higher than Gable?
Yeah.
What the hell? Gable's the coach.
I know.
Gable is literally, Otis is the star pupil of Gable.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Right. So you said Omos at an 82 is fine.
I mean, like,
what if I told you this? LA Knight is at an 81.
He should definitely be, bro, but it's just like, listen, I'm not saying I agree with it, but it's like when you have a guy that big, like he just automatically gets into 80s, bro.
Yeah, but like LA Knight should be higher than Omos.
I agree. Not hating on that. 81 is pretty disrespectful.
What if I told you?
I'm hung up on the Gable one, dude. I think that's
well,
the worst.
no, I'm making my way to Gable. Trust me. What if I told you Montez Ford was at an 82?
Bruh, yeah, that's pretty disrespectful too.
Him the same as Omos. Karrion Kross. Let me find
for
Dawkins.
Montez.
Dawkins is at an 80.
Low, man, for the Street Profits, man. That's low. They should both be at least
champs. How are you gonna do,
bro? They should both be in the high 80s, in the mid to high 80s.
Yeah.
Like 86, 80. I think, yeah, probably like 86, 87.
Yeah. So let's see.
R-Truth, that one's disrespectful too, man.
Damian Priest is at an 84.
Damian Priest, Could be a little low. I think you could knock him up to like an 85, 86. I think the Street Profits should be above Priest.
And all right, so I said Omos was an 82. You want to talk about disrespectful? Rey Mysterio, the Rey Mysterio, is at an 82 as well.
Oh my God, bro!
That's
Rey?
disrespectful.
That is disrespect if I've ever fucking seen it, bro. That's
That might be
fucking
the
Rhea
worst.
and Dom hacking into the system. Dude, 82 for the greatest luchador of all time?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's bad.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Like, Taker and Rock get 95, 96 because they're legends.
Yeah.
Mysterio's a legend, too.
Well, this should make Rey's better. So, Happy Corbin is at an 83.
Happy Corbin is above Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Yep.
Rey Mysterio, man. The greatest luchador in the history of wrestling.
One of the best wrestlers of the past decade and of all time.
Yeah, easily one of the best wrestlers of the past 20 years.
All right.
God damn it, bro. That is bad. That one is disrespectful. That one might be the worst.
I think Rey at an 82 is the worst.
He was on the cover of 22. He was literally the cover of last year's game.
Yeah. And okay. So this is what I think.
Hasn't had a world title run in over a decade, was on the cover of the game last year just because people know who the fuck he is.
Yeah. It's bad.
That's bad. Holy shit.
These two may be what makes Chad Gable's 77 really bad. So Chad Gable's at a 77. Elias, the Elias, is at a 78.
Yeah, dude, Gable should be higher than him, man.
And you know who else is at a 78?
Who? Dom?
Ex-con Dom. Dominic Mysterio. Dude. Higher than Chad Gable.
Dominic Mysterio has a higher rating than Chad fucking Gable, bro.
Yeah.
He's only 4 points lower than his father. Yeah. That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. They did Gable dirty. They did Rey dirty. R-Truth, they did really dirty.
You want to know what else? Also, what makes Gable's worse is Tyler Breeze is going to be in the game. He's also at a 77.
He's literally not even on the roster.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad.
Don't hate Tyler Breeze. No hate on Tyler Breeze.
I love Tyler Breeze, but
yeah,
I think a 77 is low for him because he's like at least he's an NXT legend at least.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I know he hasn't been on the roster, but like, yeah. So the Miz is at an 85. Sheamus is at an 87. Ridge Holland's at an 81. Ricochet's at an 82. I think that's a little low.
All right. That's low for Sheamus and the Miz, bro.
I think, yeah. I could see Sheamus being like an 89-ish.
Sheamus should be like an 89. Miz should be like an 88.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all.
Yo, put some respect on the Miz name. How many times do we gotta?
Miz is slept on. Like, in his all-time career, I'll say he doesn't get enough recognition that he deserves.
And it's like, and people know it. It's like weird. It's not like a thing that people like don't know. The fans know, man. The fans know how. Bro, I really would not be mad at like one last great Miz title run.
I mean, yeah.
Give me a Miz Cody world title feud would be fire. I'm not saying Miz has to win by any means, but it would. The promos we would get between Cody and Miz.
Miz is slept on the mic for sure. He does not get his recognition.
Oh my god, that promo against Roman and Cena is like literally legendary. It's probably one of like literally in my top 10 favorite promos ever.
Yeah.
Easily, honestly. His promo on Talking Smack with Daniel Bryan. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the coward. I'm not the coward. Bro, dude,
So-
Triple H, dude, yeah, Triple H, maybe we'll get a, and like between, they have history, Cody and the Miz, so,
And they're good friends.
yeah, so I think that would be a really good feud, honestly. And
Yeah.
it'd be like a nice starter feud after WrestleMania. Don't hate it. Unless Monday after Mania, Cody comes out as the new champ to address the fucking, he's like, whatever, championship celebration. And he goes, so, what do you guys want? I hear voices in my head.
Ooh, that would
They
be
counsel me. They understand. They talk to me. And then we just go.
would be sick.
Yeah, dude. And then
I think
we need
Seth
that.
should be first up for the title. I do think
I would love
Rand.
We need.
We're
getting
be a thing that people are just gonna start to interrupt him when he goes. So, what do you guys
Yeah.
want? Paul Heyman just did that, which was
Yeah,
great.
I know.
If you haven't seen it for some reason, watch that segment.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, dude, we need Randy back.
One wrestler who I thought has a pretty good rating is Gunther. Gunther's at an 89. I think that's pretty good.
That's good for. I like that. I like that for Gunther. Next year he'll be in the 90s.
Yep.
I like that for Gunther.
Yeah, so
AJ's low, dude.
Yeah, AJ at an 89 is pretty low. Now that we've
AJ should be at least like a 92.
Yeah,
at least.
Exactly.
He's literally probably the best wrestler ever.
Oh yeah, and so here's another crazy one. Maybe the craziest, not the craziest. One of the few craziest is Austin Theory is at an 82.
That's low, bro. That's
The US
disrespectful to
champ,
my
Money in
man.
the Bank winner.
That's
I don't know,
disrespectful to my
bro.
man Theory, bro. After the work he's been putting in for the last 6 months,
Happy Corbin's got a higher rating. Come on now.
then fucking Austin Theory, bro. The guy's about to
Damian
go up against
Priest?
Cena at fucking Mania, bro.
Yeah.
Happy Corbin just got dropped by JBL because the gimmick didn't work, and JBL was like, "I'm done."
You can't polish turds.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
bro, that was
a lot of disrespect in the ratings.
82. Yeah, bro, they disrespected Theory. They disrespected Ray, crazy. Disrespected R-Truth. Disrespected Gable.
Yeah.
Disrespected Oscar a little bit, bro. Oscar
Yeah.
should be in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, multiple time women's champion, Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, Elimination Chamber match winner. Yeah, she's about to be title match at WrestleMania for the third time.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, man. That's she should be in the 90s. There's a few that are some disrespect. I think Theory might actually be the craziest one. And
Yeah.
and Ray. Theory and Ray is.
I think
Ray at
is the
82
most
is nuts.
disrespectful.
Yeah, that's probably got to be the most disrespectful.
Yeah. So
Just because, like, the only reason I say Theory is just because he currently holds a title. But like, that's
he's
fucking
already
crazy.
done a lot.
Yeah, but Ray is like literally one
Ray
of
is
the
like
best wrestlers of all time. He's a top 10 wrestler of all time. Yeah, like easily a top 10 wrestler of all time in my book.
So
So that's rough. That's crazy.
Ray and Theory are at an 82. I'm just going to real quick, just to kind of put it in perspective of like how disrespectful it is. Damian Priest is at an 84. Let's see here. Happy Corbin's at an 83. Gargano's at an 84. Cross is at an 86.
Bro,
I
like
mean,
Theory literally just beat all these people in the Elimination Chamber.
yeah, so it's maybe they'll adjust them. I don't know what the
That's low for
process.
Theory. They better. He's about to beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm sure. What do you think?
Do if Cena wins? He's gonna get booed.
I don't know. I think enough people hate Theory.
I don't know, bro. If Cena goes over, I think he might get booed. I'll be fucking tight, bro. I will be
Yeah.
mad. I will be mad as
It's
fuck.
tough because, like, he's been having a good reception now because I think people are just, like, understanding, like, his
Oh yeah,
legendary
people just miss
status.
him. Yeah, and they just
Yeah.
like,
And he is gonna appear on the March 6th episode
yeah.
of Monday Night Raw in Boston, Massachusetts, so I'm sure he's going to get a massive welcome from them, his hometown, but what do you think John Cena's rating is gonna be? Or let me ask you this.
Probably 99.
Do you
He'll
you do
probably
you
be the
think
highest.
he's gonna be the highest?
Probably him or Roman.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because, like,
Cena's gonna be at least a 98, bro. I
yeah.
think I don't see how they could put. Who's a 97?
Um, no one as of right now. The Rock's a 96, Taker's a 95.
All right, so they're gonna put Cena at least a 97.
He's gonna at least be a 98. I agree with you. I think it's tough to
I,
not put him at a 99 because it's like his legacy game.
is there any
But
current like active roster members that are above a 95?
no,
Maybe they won't put anybody active above a 95.
you don't think they're gonna put Roman above a 95?
No, they have to.
They
Yeah,
gotta
you're
put
right. I mean,
Roman's
if
gotta be a 99.
probably 98.
I think it's going to be anything no, I think a 98 would still gonna be disrespectful.
You think? All right, yeah, you're probably right. I think Roman probably should
He
be a
has to be a
99.
99.
Yeah, he's held the title for over fucking 900 days.
Like, he has
Um,
to be a 99.
yeah, yeah, it can't get much better than that.
But, like,
Yeah,
Cena also probably is gonna be a 99.
which I'm
Maybe a
not
100.
mad at.
What if Cena's 100?
There is no hundreds,
Why?
is there?
I don't know. Why can't there be?
I just thought 99 was always the highest.
Hey, man, they can do it. I've never seen anyone be 100. I'll say that. But
Yeah, yeah, I would say Cena's probably gonna be a 99.
yeah. So
Could be a 98. If he's lower than 98, it might get a little disrespectful to Cena, bro.
I think it is disrespectful to put Cena at lower than a 98. I think 98's kind of flirting with it, but I'm not going to be completely mad because Roman's a 99. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'm sure they're going to. The game comes out in March, I believe, a few
What if
weeks away.
Cena's a 99 and Roman's a 98? Roman has more combined days as champion than John Cena.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy, bro?
Yeah.
And he's held the title, what, 7 times?
Yeah, I think so. Around that. But I think Roman not being a 99 will be disrespectful.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm not saying it's not going to happen or it will happen. I'm just saying if Roman Reigns over 900 days as champion, the face of WWE for the past who knows how long is lower than a 99, spit in the face. Puh. I mean,
Yeah, you're probably right, man.
yeah. So let's transition to WrestleMania 39. It's WrestleMania season, brah. And so I think it's almost set in stone that we're going to get Cena versus Theory. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels that way, man. Especially with Cena coming up on Raw in a couple weeks, especially because Theory mentioned it. Like, Theory mentioned John Cena this past Raw and was like, John Cena coming up to steal the spotlight on my show. So yeah, it definitely feels like we're going that way. And it's crazy, right? Because 6 months ago, a little over 6 months ago, probably, or maybe right around 6 months, honestly, if you would have said Austin Theory versus John Cena was happening at WrestleMania, most people would be like, bro, what the like most people would be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, we don't really want that match. Theory was kind of being over pushed down our throats. It was like so much of Vince McMahon saying he's the next big guy and just like constantly making it obvious that they were trying to make him the next thing. Um, and then losing the Money in the Bank briefcase looked like the biggest squash ever. We were literally on this podcast and we were saying, I literally do not know how you recover from what he just did. The next week, he kind of explains it and makes it make sense in a way. Doesn't make perfect sense, but it makes sense kind of enough. And then he starts cutting promos that are like a lot better, and he just gets a lot better, and there's more like conviction and more passion and more like fire in his eyes, I feel like.
I think
And now
more
we've gotten to
mature
a point.
also.
Yeah, more mature, easily more mature. Drop the selfie shit, drop the like, and now we're at a point where I said it like it's felt like it's felt like this was the match we were going to get for a really long time. And at first, everyone probably didn't want it, and now we're at a point where I'm really excited for it, man. Like this is Theory's been doing some great work. If you disagree, I just blatantly think you're wrong. I just like honestly, like some people are still hating on Theory a little bit, as far as his skills go, but I think he's been doing a really good job. I think he's having a really good U.S. title run currently, and I think I think Cena's going to be able to bring something out of him, man. I do. Cena does that to people. And I think when we get, it's going to be a real test for Austin Theory to be in the ring with John Cena in a promo war with John Cena. Like debatably the best to ever touch a mic, man.
We've seen those go wrong.
Yeah, and we've seen John Cena
Roman Reigns.
embarrass. Yeah, dude, we've seen John Cena embarrass some people. But I think it could. I feel like it can bring the best out of Theory. I feel like Theory is going to respond to it well. I really do.
I agree. And this is something that I pitched a few months ago for John Cena at WrestleMania.
And for the US title makes it that much better. Like like I'll just say this real quick. Like we say most of the time, we've mentioned it. Any match with John Cena doesn't need a title. This specific match, I feel like the US title is kind of an exception because of the John Cena's specific history to it and all the John Cena Austin Theory comparisons, everything like that. So I think this is like pretty much one of the only scenarios where a title kind of is necessary in this case.
Yeah, the title definitely adds to it, and something that we said that we've like wanted for this match, and it looks like we're gonna get it, you know?
Yeah.
And Fightful reported a while ago that John Cena and Theory filmed a segment backstage on the December 30th episode of SmackDown. So I don't know if Cena's actually going to show up on Monday Night Raw on the 6th, or if they may just.
I think he is.
I feel like
I think he is. Yeah, because I think he like tweeted about it, and it's like his hometown, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be there.
Yeah, so maybe they'll play that segment on like an episode of SmackDown, or
maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll play it on Raw this week.
Yeah, so I think that could be a good match. I hope they do the right thing and have Theory win.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Theory needs to win that match.
Yeah,
I think it would be a really good match.
I think it could. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think we'll get Theory
the proper time to get back in. Yeah,
would be a lot of fun. Him doing his moves. Yeah. So another match that heated up quick. That's probably I'm just gonna say it is happening at WrestleMania 39. Is Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul?
Yeah, definitely feels like that's the direction we're going.
What do you think?
Yeah,
because we got heated last week. That was before Elimination Chamber. Logan Paul appeared at Elimination Chamber, pretty much cost Seth the match, attacked him. Did you see Seth's response to him on Monday Night Raw?
I thought I did.
He pretty much, it was just like a little backstage thing. He pretty much just said like he's just gonna hurt Logan.
Oh yeah.
Which
was nice.
What
And but Logan Paul is not here. He was like, so for now, he was like, I'll go out to the guy who claims to be the reason he's here. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
Seth
Seth is
loses.
incredible, man. Yeah, I will say this match is I'm not quite as mad as I was before. It's settled in with me a little bit just because like I was saying, as much as I really would want Seth Rollins to go up against a legit pro wrestler on the roster, and I think there could be a lot of really good matches for him. I do think it's a good opportunity for Seth Rollins. It's gonna have a lot of eyes on the match. Obviously, it's a big money match, man. But Seth needs to win. Seth needs to win this match. It's not a
Seth,
question.
yeah, Seth needs to win, and it
You
needs to
can't
not
give
be
this
a
man a
roll up.
WrestleMania loss, bro.
He can. It just needs to. He just needs to prove he's the better wrestler because he is. So it's really. It's
Yeah,
just that
like
simple.
it can
It's
be a
that
really
simple
good match. It can be a really good match. Seth Rollins needs to win. They
for
can
sure.
shake hands at the end, even if they want.
Uh, nah.
As long as Seth wins.
I just don't think Seth would shake his hand.
No, I'm saying I don't care, but I'm saying they could, and I wouldn't be mad as long as Seth wins. In another circumstance, if Logan Paul wins this match and Seth Rollins shakes his hand, I'll fucking stop watching WWE.
That would be bad. Very, very, very bad. Yeah, so do you one thing that I
I
wish
think it's a
he
good
would
opportunity for
yeah,
Seth.
we'll see. I don't know. I just think like s- Logan is an athlete. He's a gifted athlete. You could tell he is somewhat a gifted wrestler. You can tell he is somewhat of a natural just because of how quickly he's picking up on things, but I don't know it's necessarily fair to just immediately throw him against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. I understand the star powers there. I understand it is a big money match, but I think there's plenty of wrestlers that are more deserving to face Seth Rollins, like Johnny Gargano, like Chad Gable, like
Yeah,
these mid card
I
guys.
I couldn't agree with you more, man. I think Gargano versus Seth at Mania would be sick.
I think we'll get them in the very near future.
I think so as well. I think
They
they're
had a
kind of
great
teasing at that.
interactions at the Elimination Chamber that
Absolutely.
Hurricanrana was
Yeah.
insane. That was nuts.
Insane, bro. Insane.
So, what do you
But
what do
yeah.
you think another match that is a newer match that I don't necessarily know they're going to actually do is Brock Lesnar and Omos. Do you think they're actually going to do Lesnar versus Omos at Mania?
Kind of feels like it. Um I'm not 100% sold that they are, but like I don't know what else they're going to do. Um Seems like they want Omos on the card. Um I don't know if I see him beating Brock. That's the only thing. Because he already
I
lost to Braun Strowman. Um,
I don't think this match is going to happen.
I'm not gonna be mad if it doesn't. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna be mad if it doesn't. I feel like it might though, just because of the fact that Bobby mentioned Bray Wyatt on Monday.
Yeah,
He
so
said Bray
that's the other
Wyatt's name.
match. Bray Wyatt on SmackDown said, "Whoever wins between Bobby and Brock,
Yeah.
watch your back." And so it looks like we're going to get Bobby versus Bray at Mania, which I'm going to assume everyone thought it was going to be Brock versus Bray at Mania. After that, I know we were definitely one of those people. How do you feel about Bobby versus Bray at Mania?
Um, don't know where everyone else is feeling on this, but I love it. It's something different. I think it's gonna be good. Honestly, I think it's gonna be. I think like the whole thing with Bray's character is gonna work really well with Bobby's character, kind of just being this like rough, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna beat your ass type of guy. Like you can't fucking scare me type of guy. I'm just gonna run through you because I'm Bobby Lashley. And I honestly think it's gonna create a really interesting feud. It's gonna test Bobby because it's gonna be probably one of the bigger feuds he's been a part of, and it's definitely going to be the most unique storyline that Bobby Lashley has probably ever been a part of. Um, besides the Battle of the Billionaires, hair versus hair match versus Umaga. That would probably be a little stranger. Um,
What a weird
but
match.
yeah, yeah.
Hair
So
versus hair.
yeah, rest in peace, Umaga. That was a good match. I remember that match. That was a good Mania. 23 was a good ass Mania, bro.
Yeah.
Who won Money in the Bank that year? Mr. Kennedy, bro.
Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy, and then they took it off him. I remember, bro. They should have kept. He could have been great. Mr. Kennedy with the big gold belt could have been great.
Yeah, I like Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry
We
that
were
I'm getting.
definitely. He was in our prime of our wrestling years. Was
Oh
mid
yeah,
to
for
late
sure.
2000s. Mr. Kennedy, Umaga. So yeah, shout out Mr. Kennedy.
But yeah, Ken Anderson, I believe.
Yep. So
but yeah, I like I said, I think it's gonna test Bobby because it's gonna test his creatively. It's gonna be being in a storyline with Brock Lesnar is a lot more in depth and weird than being in a story. I mean, being in a storyline with Bray Wyatt is a lot more in depth and weird and creative than being in a storyline with Brock Lesnar. It just is. And I think it's going to test Bobby, but I think Bobby's going to be up for the challenge. And I don't know how you feel. I don't know how everyone else feels, but I'm all for it. It's something new. We haven't seen it before. And I think it's going to be a good match.
yeah, I agree. I think it's going to bring out a different side of Bobby Lashley potentially.
Agreed.
And I just think it's nice to have Bray, someone who's as a unique of a character as Bray is, just to feud with LA Knight and Bobby Lashley, these guys who you think that they wouldn't really mesh well together, and they seem so far they have meshed very well together. So I'm excited for this match, but what so let's transition to LA Knight. What do you think he's gonna do at WrestleMania? Because in one, I believe it was the Roman and Cody sort of little video match card. Um, they had LA Knight as one of the wrestlers on the little poster things on the side. So I'm going to assume that he's going to be at WrestleMania 39. I think there's a better chance than people may give it that he faces Stone Cold.
I would love it. I'm sure everyone would be all for that.
A battle of the yeahs.
Yeah, I think it would be. Yeah, I think it would be. I think it would be good. I think it would be. I'm all for that. I just don't know how likely it is to happen. What if it turns into LA Knight versus Brock?
That could be fun.
Could be fun. Could get some good promos.
Yeah, I would like LA Knight to win at WrestleMania because he just lost to Bray in that weird match. So that's what I'm trying to think. I don't know if they would have him beat Brock or even beat Stone Cold.
Who else do you think he could end up going up against? Because it's hard for me to really put my finger on it. Who else is going to make the?
Could be Randy.
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't think it really matters who you put him up against.
The Miz?
The Miz would be a lot of fun. Maybe AJ returns from injury.
Yeah.
That could be a lot of fun as well.
I could see them doing the Miz.
Yeah.
But wait, the Miz is in a little feud right now, isn't he?
Not really. He just gets
not really. Just like the Rick Boots. Yeah, just like the Rick Boots.
Boots!
Yeah. And then he got beat up by Seth this week.
Yeah. That's sort of where he's at currently. He's just getting beat up. So yeah, I mean the Miz would be that would be a fun match, a fun little battle of the mics. I think that's got a lot of potential. They could do that. So
agreed. AJ would be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, I mean, that's really like I'm trying because I don't even know who else that isn't on the card or isn't in a feud that would go up against LA Knight.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. It's hard.
It's tough.
It feels it feels
Two nights
yeah, it
is
feels
tough.
like 2 nights, and it feels like that's what I mean. There's not enough people. Gotta get some
And
more.
we still don't have like any real direction, at least of when we're recording this, for what LA Knight's gonna do. He just talked for like 30-second little promo backstage since his loss at the Royal Rumble. So um yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with LA Knight. I think he is definitely gonna be on the show. I would be very surprised if he doesn't have a match at WrestleMania.
Agreed.
Um, do you think there's any shot that he gets thrown in with Logan and Seth?
No.
Yeah,
No. I don't really see that happening.
it would be fun though. It
Would
would be
be.
fun.
Maybe throw him in that. Nah. Dude, I don't fucking
I think
know.
you may be
It's
on to something with him versus Brock.
yeah.
Because I mean, I don't think they're doing Brock versus Omos, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? It's really it's gonna be fun to lead up to WrestleMania, and the card that we do get, I'm very confident it's gonna be very fun. Triple H's first Mania, so I'm sure he's looking to make his mark.
Yeah, for sure. So that's going to wrap up the episode of the podcast. But before we go, make sure to follow the Burning Hammer on our social media. On Twitter, we are at the Burnt Hammer. On Instagram and TikTok, we are at the Burning Hammer. We just made a Twitch at the Burning Hammer podcast. We are going to start to live stream. So make sure to follow us on there. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. And if you're listening via audio streaming service, which we are available anywhere and everywhere you listen to podcasts, make sure to follow or subscribe and leave us a review because it really goes a long way. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media. That's the best way to stay up to date with when we release new episodes, plus to get our immediate and initial reactions. Plus, we cover any news reports and fantasy booking stuff on our social media. So make sure to follow us. You can follow Dylan on Twitter at DillO'Brien_wave. And you can follow me on Twitter at MarkIzzo_wave. And me and Dylan write professional wrestling for Vendetta Sports Media. Follow them on Twitter at Vendetta VSM. Follow them on Instagram and TikTok at Vendetta Sports Media. Follow or subscribe to them on YouTube, Vendetta Sports Media, and subscribe to their podcast network, Vendetta Podcast Network, and Vendetta Gaming for their gaming channel. And visit vendettasportsmedia.com for all of your sports needs, plus gaming, TV, movies, you name it, they cover it. Head over to vendettasportsmedia.com. I'm Mark Izzo. He's Dylan O'Brien. And this has been another episode of the Burning Hammer Podcast. We'll catch you next week.